Wander. What's up, Marky? Robin, Happy? You guys are all still here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll let people wander in. Yes, I wonder. Who's gonna wander in? Yeah, wander. I don't know. So yeah, been having a busy week, kind of. Yeah, just been having fun doing my little experiments. Hey, Sandy, what's going on? Myco Nerd. Myco Nerd, good morning. Morning, Pacer. Morning, Owen. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I see we're getting some wanderers in early, which is good. I'm, a little early today because normally we do this at noon Eastern, and I have to work at 2, so I only got about an hour and a half to do this, so I have time to get ready. Yeah. But yeah, so God, I had so much on my mind to talk about like 2 hours ago. Anyways, we'll get into it. Good morning, Nada. Not stressing. I like that. That's cute. Cool. Glad to have you. Good. I'm glad things are going good with the Mush Fest, Sandy. I'm sorry to hear about your grandma. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, I guess is what you'd call it. Thinking, pondering, as Mark you would say. Yeah. It's hard to describe. In this community, you learn a lot from a lot of people about life, happiness, liking each other, loving each other, whatever you want to call it. And one thing I'm noticing is I don't know if I'm drawn to or connecting more with different people. It's hard to describe. It's like I'm at work and I meet a lot of people, and it's almost like I'm getting like this empathic. I don't want to sound full of myself, but you can tell how people are at their heart or at their soul more so than others. Like even the less fortunate, like homeless or working girls and stuff that happen to wander around the neighborhood. So I'm working near more of a city area, but it's an outskirts, and there's some people that are not doing their best, or they've been dealt a raw hand, or they're in the throes of addiction, whatever it may be. But I'm noticing that the people that are less fortunate or working harder have so much more to give than the people that have more. Not have more. Okay, having things is nice. That's there's nothing wrong with having things, but you see how hard a homeless addict acts or works to get $10, $20 every single day. And you know they could be helped by a week in a rehab or a life-changing experience, or maybe ibogaine or mushrooms or something. Okay, there's lots of medicines out there, plant medicines, pharmaceutical medicines, anything. I mean, it took me being placed in basically a coma for 2-3 weeks just to get smart and get clean. But I don't know if it's the fruits or the Deems or the Lucy or something. It's just making me see these people for their true human nature. I know that sounds really freaking corny, especially from me. I'm not anyone to judge. I don't judge. I mean, I don't give these people money. I hand them donuts when I have extra. I give them food if I have it and they need it. Um, I know money won't help. It'll help for a minute, but it won't help in the struggle. Maybe some food will help keep them alive a little longer. Um, I do donuts because they give them to me at the end of the shift at the donut place next door, and before they throw them out, I save them for the people that are less fortunate, and my father and my dog. But it's just weird. I just been thinking back and just noticing these people now. When I don't see them, I miss them. Like when they don't walk by or when they don't hang out for a minute and say hi or come in and get warm. It's just the weirdest things. And then I have the community here that we all talk to each other, and it's different though. Yeah, it's just some random thoughts. I was just laying in bed not laying in bed. I was up at I went to bed at like midnight. I got up at like 4 a.m. I was done sleeping. Apparently my body is not happy with me. It's causing me a lot of pain. So dealing with it. So I got up at 7. I went out. I posted a video on IG. I was just outside with the dog at the lake, just looking around. Nice foggy morning. It was cute. But yeah, just interesting things to think about. It's just because I see the people with so much on their plate, so much on their mind, their kids, their work, they got to get gas, they got to get cigarettes, they got to get this, they got to get that, they got to get food, they got to go home, they got to go to work, and they never see anyone. um, I get ladies that come in, "The homeless guy with a shopping cart scaring all the women." No, he's not. He's asking for a couple bucks. I told him not to, so he looks for cans in the trash can now. But it's just, anyway, I don't know. It's just weird seeing this stuff and dealing with it and talking to people. So, anyways, I'm trying to kill a little bit of time here so that the watchers aren't watching. Disclaimer: anything I mention here is harm reduction, pseudoscience. That I'm faking it all. There's no real things on this show. Everything's fake. Everything's pretend. Everything's staged. I'm not real. It's not real. There's no fruits. There's no illegal substances. This is all made for harm reduction in video form to show you the way that things can be done safely, or at least what they're supposed to look like. Okay, there's my disclaimer. So this is not anything to do with anything illicit or anything illegal in any way, shape, or form. Like I'm growing mushrooms. And like this is lion's mane. This is my tribbles from Mossy Creek Mushrooms. It's growing in beautifully. I love it. I can't wait to see how it comes out. I got another bigger bag. This is the small bag I did. This is just like a 1 pound bag. I got a like 3 pound bag going. That's got a couple holes I just cut. But I mean, this was the original grain bag I used. And I injected it through a little tiny with a needle. And I covered it with tape. And after I cut the 2 slits on the side, the needle part, the tape started getting pushed off by another one in the center here. So that's why there's 3. There was only going to be an X over here and an X over here. But the middle one, it started fruiting out of the injection hole. I taped it over, but it's even starting to try to fruit on top. I can see it pushing away on the tape in the top up here. I was talking, I wasn't talking. I messaged Andrew at Mossy Creek, the guy that created the strain. And he was saying, "Oh yeah, it wants to grow." So that's kind of cool. That one is real. That's real lion's mane. There's nothing not real about that one. That's real gourmet lion's mane. And then these are fake. Okay, these are fake. Everybody, these are not real. Okay, these are just a couple Cambodians that are coming up that just look the wrong color. Okay, they're coming up white. I think I got them. I got the culture from somebody. There's only a few pins in there. Those are they're not tiny, but so they're coming out albino. I don't know if they have albino Cambodians, but I do. Or I have something similar. They look about the same shape. It's weird. I've never had a pin set so small right at the beginning. I usually get a decent flush. And I mean, it's completely colonized beautifully. It's not, So I'm thinking it's just getting a couple early birds. Conditions are good. It's still moist. Yeah, absolutely, Rodman. Definitely 100%. Sorry, guys. I want to protect the channel. I want to be able to keep showing you guys things that I'm doing. Oh, I got some cool dye in the mail yesterday or this week. This is purple dye. For anybody that doesn't know what purple dye does, it's for dyeing clothing and for dyeing clothing. I deem that necessary in some of my extractions to real dye. Yes, you can actually use it as dye. But when you deem it necessary to extract the dye away from the other substances in the dye, you can have a lot of fun. So anyways, I did my first necessary extraction of the dye, and I wanted to show you guys the first pull precipitate in the glass jar. I'm going to scrape it. I just wanted to show you guys how nice it came out. Boom. Okay, there we go. Beautiful little those are all nice crystals. There's no liquid in here. But anyways, that's from the dye. Okay, the MHRB dye. Okay, if you know, you know. So anyways, we're going to scrape that and see how it comes out for the first pull of the 100-gram batch. I'm going to just give it a little scrape to see how it's coming up. Oh, yeah. It's like shoveling snow. Now, I did what's called the snow tech on this. I learned that from the guy over at Make DM, and it's coming out really nice. So these are the crystals that precipitate out of the dye. As you can see, they pile up into a nice little pile down there. See, it's like snow. Fall the other way. Whee! Anyways, that's all good dye for making white dye. But yeah. So I'm gonna scrape this. I think I got about. Well, I got a scale right here. Let me get the scale turned on and see what I got so far. Just in the first scrape. You got to go back and do a couple scrapings to get everything off. No, I won't sneeze, Robin. Thank you. Let's see. I'm gonna blow this right here and see if I can get this all into one corner. Let me grab a different razor blade. Oh yeah, that's better. Comes off a lot nicer with a nice fresh razor blade. I had a knife I tried to use. But anyways, it was a basic AB extraction, acid to base. Came out really nice. I let it chill in the freezer for I don't know, a good 36 hours. Let's see. Okay, if I drop this, I'm going to be upset. We'll just keep going here. There we go. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hot heptane recrystal at the bottom of this dish, but I'm going to do a couple pulls in the same dish. I don't really care if I get it all in the first try here. I'm just doing it to get the process down pat first, because it's a little more it's not new to me. I've done it a few times, but the first 50-gram batch was a little bit light. I only came out with like 0.4 of a gram, so like 4%. No, half a percent of the dye was what I wanted instead of 1 to 2%, which this is what it's supposed to be. So 0.7 on the first pull from a 100-gram sample batch. So that's a good pull. So right there, that's from the first pull, I got 0.7. There's probably another 0.3 to 0.4 in the dish, and I got another 2 pulls coming. So I should be getting about 1.8% return on my dye. That's not bad. 1 to 2 is average. No, not the first kilo. The first freaking 100 grams. I only used a little bit of this. I only used 100 grams, a tenth of the kilo. Yeah, no, a kilo is 1,000 grams. That's a kilo of dye. It's powdered root bark. But yeah, hush. Yeah, hush. If you know what you know, you know. But no, that's not a bad return right there. 0.7. It's beautifully white. Just a little measuring dish. So So anyways, yeah, that's not bad. That's a good return on that dye. Um, yeah. Oh, no problem, Robin. Don't worry about it. Check comments and say whatever you want. But yeah, so that's what I've been talking about with a few guys for a few days now on other platforms. Just to show how it goes. Now, what I do with this is what I personally do is I take, okay, this is my regular everyday vape cigarette. It's, just nicotine. Well, what you do is you take PG, the liquid, the petroleum glycol, and you warm it up with like a 1 to 2% ratio. 1 to 1, 1 to 2 ratio. This here is about a 1 to 3 ratio I made. It just comes out perfectly clear, and you can just vape it. And yeah, I mean, it's not something you use in like a hourly, weekly, or as like a everyday thing. You use it once in a while. I'm going to be making some smaller vape cartridges with it, so it vapes better. But yeah, everything I've tested so far has been real. Yes, Rodman, I do. I have some. I got some 1 gram or 1 milliliter and some half milliliters on the way. 1 milliliters are a little. No, I'm not bummed out, Mark. No, not at all. I'm just tired, sore. Just had a few things I want to talk about. I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good. Good, Mark. Thank you. I appreciate the concern. No, I'm good. I gotta work today. I gotta work every day till Thursday since Friday. So it's just gonna be a long week for me. We want to see my primary care on Tuesday. I'm gonna try to talk to him about something for my feet or for my back. I don't want pain medication, but I want maybe acupuncture or chiropractor or somebody that can maybe make an adjustment or do something different than what I'm doing, because I've been active for probably the past, so since before Christmas, I've been 100 times more active in my everyday life because of going to work and doing all that stuff. So I mean, I've lost 40 pounds already since December. Yeah, I mean, it's going in the right direction. My A1C is down for my diabetes. Past couple month and a half or so, I've been doing a lot less sugar in my intake and stuff like that, just to try to lose more weight. But what's happening is I'm losing weight, but I'm not getting any more strength in pain relief. So I don't understand that. They've always said, "Oh, you're overweight. You're going to have a sour back. You're going to have this and that." Well, when you're losing weight, you'd think those things would start to slowly go away, especially if you're active every day. And muscle should be building. I don't feel that at all. I know it's only been a few months, but everyone I've talked to says you can tell right away after start seeing that stuff. So yeah, we'll I'm gonna work with that. Talk to them. A couple medications I've looked at. I don't want to be on pharmaceutical medications, but I do have high blood pressure, which is why I'm working on the gourmets, the lion's mane, this stuff, and all that. That's why this is going on, to try to get healthier, as well as mentally, steady and not steady, accepting, and thrilled. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. But yeah, so it's just been it's been a busy week. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping too well. Like I said, I had been thinking, just sitting there thinking and thinking and thinking. It's like something's opened up a book in my head of things I want to do or try, and um seeing different videos on Instagram or YouTube and stuff about manifesting. I'm not getting guru crazy, but manifesting, saying what you want. Even Pop's talking about spells, things you say actually make a difference, and just different things. I've been watching quite a few inspirational or motivational speakers, kind of just little short clips, and there's just a lot of things that I'm already relating to, and yeah, just different things. Yeah, back pain is interesting. No, it's weird. It's not my lower back. It's like, I would almost say it's a kidney stone type pain, because I don't have kidney stones, but it's up probably about halfway up my back and to the right, and then sometimes in the lower back. But it's in the wrong spot, and it's just not something you can't crack your back and get rid of it. You can't. It's just a weird pain. Um, Kidney stones are lower. I know what those are like, but it just seems like it's that kind of thing where it's just constantly knife in the side. Yeah, I know, Mark, but it's more like, I wanna see if there's any other type of things, like, even just like, maybe I need to change my mattress, maybe I need to change my chair that I sit in, so, there might be a bunch of things. I know I'm standing at work for 8 hours and walking around and running around constantly and stuff like that, so I know that's not helping, but it should be making me stronger. Um, so I'm wondering if maybe I have an imbalance of some sort that I need to talk to him about. I know my creatinine level is a little bit low, but that's more for, like, kidney issues, and I know I don't have kidney issues, 'cause I've had them before and I know what those feel like, but it just weird little things. I check my, blood sugar or my blood glucose and all that stuff all the time, so things are going in the right direction. Thank you, Hush, thank you. Yeah, well, I have tried to change. I'm not eating the donuts anymore because I have a little donut shop in my store in the place I work, and, I stopped eating those. So if I do eat from fast food, I try to get, like, a ham, egg sandwich, um, on just wheat bread, no butter, no nothing, just plain. Maybe cheese once in a while, but yeah, I know it's not I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to get 100%, perfect in my eating. I just wanna eat better, but yeah. Good morning, Mike. You know what, Mark? I thought about that. I did buy new sneakers when I started. The problem is I bought them at Walmart, which probably wasn't the best idea. I should probably get a decent pair of, I don't know, either something decent. Yeah, I know, because I know my feet are horrible from the neuropathy in my legs too. So that's absolutely true. Thank you, Mark. I should probably look into that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the nerve issue. That's just something you just that's what's waking me up. It's weird. Okay, here, what it is I go to sleep, and it's like when I lay down, I don't know if I have apnea or hypertension or something, but literally when I lay down and go to sleep, after about 20 minutes to an hour of sleeping, it's like my blood pressure skyrockets. Not skyrockets. Well, yeah, it goes up to like 165 over 115. I've been testing it whenever I don't feel right, and it's high. Um, Normally I'm usually like 115 over 80, 110 over 80, 75. That was what I used to be. Now it's like jumping up, and I'm thinking maybe I'm not breathing right in my sleep or something, 'cause I wake up and it's literally like my whole body is pins and needles from the inside out, and it's just the most uncomfortable, sickening feeling. It's like, "What is wrong with me?" It's like, "There's something wrong." I don't get that when I'm out and about and at work and stuff like that and awake. It's only when I'm sleeping and when I wake up from sleeping. So it's like, there's gotta be something going on while I'm asleep that my body's saying either get rid of, change, or do something, but I'm gonna explain all that to the doctor, see if he has any words of advice. I know, natural medicines do a lot, but I don't know enough about all of them yet. There's probably some plant I could pick and extract something from it and make myself all better. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of my goals this week is to talk to him on Tuesday and see what he says. Maybe get things in a better direction. It's like the energy level's down. My appetite is up, and I'm trying not to eat. So it's like weirdest, it's the weirdest shit. And this isn't new. This has happened for the past, I don't know, year and a half, but it's just getting worse. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. It has nothing to do with my mental health. My mental health is good. I feel good about that. Um, I'm not depressed. I know that. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm I'm starting to dance again. Just sitting at work listening to music, just jamming out, and just things are good. Um, just different. Usually, um, within reason. I know a lot of people say it's every day. I'm usually every other day, every couple days, but it's normal. It's nothing weird. Oh, okay. Thanks, Derek. I'll check into that. Well, I'm trying to get everything I can from the insurance. I get enough in insurance. I don't need to pay extra. So we'll see if because we'll see if that I can get anything from the doctor. At least get, because a lot of times they'll prescribe you a, like they prescribe a glucose meter or this or that, and you just pick it up at the pharmacy. So the insurance covers it except for a copay. So I'm gonna see what I can get out of the doctor. Lord knows I pay enough in tax and everything now, so I might as well get whatever I can out of all this shit. I know that sounds greedy, but you know what I mean. Why pay for something that they make dirt cheap and then sell for hundreds and thousands of dollars that you can get cheap? But yeah. So, anyways, that's yeah. So that's Derek. I don't know if you were here, but I showed the first pull of the dye extraction I did from the MHRB dye, the purple dye. Came out nice, just so you see. It's got a nice. That's a nice little pile in there. 0.7 grams from the first pull. I only did a 100-gram test batch, so that's coming in at right now probably 1.5 to 1.8% will be my total pull from the first batch. I still got the second pull ready to go. I don't know if anybody saw my post. I made this little roller tumbler thing, just a couple pulleys and a drill. But what it does is when you're extracting an AB extraction of this sort, you got to spin it like, or roll the jar or flip it 50 times every 3 hours for like 2 days or 24 hours. Well, with the roller, you do it for 30 minutes for 3 hours, like 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off, 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off for 3 hours. And then you can let it just separate and do your pull. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I had an old setup. I don't know if you guys remember the old tent where I had the picture or the board on the side with all the stickers. Well, I needed a board of wood, so I figured why not use the sticker board. So I put that down and put the drill on there and put the roller on there, screwed it down. So it's got some cool stickers on there from all my buddies that have sent me things in the past. Yeah, so it's going good. I'm going to do a bigger run next. I'm going to do a 200-gram pull next. See how that, or batch next. I got the base set up. I just got to acidify the powder, which is vinegar. Vinegar, a little bit of salt or hot salt water. And then you just mix that for, 10, 20 minutes. Then you put it into the base solution, and then you just do your spin. So that's fun. I'm trying to make a video. It's kind of interesting. It's I got a different camera I'm using, so I'm taking different parts of everything just on camera, and I'm going to do an edited video. I'm not going to do a live. It's going to take way too long to do a live on that. I did live for like 3 days straight, and I just don't have the time No, I just don't have that. That's not going to happen. But yeah, so that was it's fun. Another thing I'm looking into. God, I'm losing my mind with this. Not losing my mind. I'm just losing it with this stuff. I'm getting into all these different techs and all these different extractions and stuff like that. And I want to look into the San Pedro or the Lafafora, Willimanzi, extracting the mescaline out of them. That's actually an interesting tech. It's not that hard. It's basically an AB extraction just like this. So that should be fun. I saw this cool video of this guy that ends up with nice crystallized extract out of that. So that's going to be something I'm going to look into. Yeah, that's going to be fun, Ron. And that one's going to be cool because that one, that would be cool because then you could just take like gummies or fruit candies or something like that, and you can just put a couple drops on, like, like anything else. And that would be a good measurement for that to use, measured dosages for your microdosing of mescaline. I guess that would be how you'd call it. I got to make sure I don't grab the wrong vape. I'll start freaking blasting off here. I usually keep one put away. I just brought it down to show you guys today. So now I got to make sure I grab the right one every time, or else all of a sudden you guys will see me. No. See you, Alan. No. No, that's kind of interesting. You do when you deem it necessary, you take the first hit, and it's just like this warm flush comes over you. It's actually been really helpful when I can't sleep in the middle of the night. Just take one little pull on it, and it's just like, it's not like marijuana where it's going to last you for 4 or 5 hours or whatever, however long that lasts. Because I can't stand marijuana, but this is just a nice warm feeling, and then just clears my mind, just makes everything focused. It's actually really nice. Just shuts everything off for a minute. Not shuts off, but clears my mind for a minute. No more thoughts. Just gives me a chance to focus on what I'm actually thinking about. But yeah. Cool. Blue Scaria. I haven't seen that one in a while. Let's take a look at that picture. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because I'm trying to get multiple pins coming up. I do have an albino hillbilly that's pinning real nice, and a iceberg. They're going a little slower, but they're pinning nice. I don't feel like opening a tent and pulling everything out. The temperature's perfect, and it's 85% humidity in there right now. because I got a new window on my tent and I put some new lighting in. Maybe I can show you guys real quick. I don't know. Let's see if this will work. Anyways, yeah, there's a new lighting in there, just an LED light, and then just all my tubs in there, like over there. Anyway, that's that. I don't want to go crazy with that right now because you guys have all seen fruits before, and that's just going to make a mess if I go in there and start screwing around with everything. I don't want to move everything too many times. But yeah. So what I got is I got a blue LED strip. It's like a 50-foot long strip, and I got wrapped around. So I don't have that bright. I used to have this thing in there. Oh shit, there's a wire. I used to have this big 4-foot freaking LED lighting strip, and it was just so bright. I think it was too bright for in there. I was only running it like 3 hours a day, and I think it was just too much. So I took the light out and I put the LED strip in there. Now I got this nice blue glow. It just stays on. I just leave it on. I don't think that would. It's not bright enough to really. Maybe, I don't know, but everything seems to be liking it. I mean, I know my conditions are good because I'm getting nice fruits, but I'm just not getting a lot. There's one down there, a nice pin, a couple other little pins, but just all of a sudden I got these two. Maybe they're just early pinners. I mean, that's probably all it is. Oh yeah, there's another one over there. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of knots. Oh my god, this smells amazing. Oh. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, this was just a it was something from Amazon. It was like $13. It has this remote. I can change the colors. It came with 2 rolls of LED. That was the one that was up on the flag. I took it down and just put it in the tent. That's where it was supposed to go. But I put it up on the flag just to get it up, just to show people, just to use it, just to get some lighting. Now I got the lighting a little more figured out. I hope it looks decent. Yeah, I did have to change so I have lights, so I stop blocking my face. I remember last week I kept doing this in front of the light, and it was putting a big shadow on my face. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that as much. Hey, what's up, Nurse Ratchet? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, we're just having a little bit of a discussion today. Nothing special, just different things I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's interested in the results of my dye extraction, let me know. Like I said, I'm gonna do some carts and stuff like that. I got some batteries coming for the carts. I got some carts from AliExpress, and I got some carts from NP, some other cart store, and some batteries. I'm just testing different carts to make sure they actually work properly. Once you fill it, you kind of lose whatever gets sucked into the cottons and stuff like that. So when you fill it, you want it to be officially good to go and working properly. So yeah, so that's going to be coming up. Those will be available. But yeah, definitely just hit me up in a DM or an email or something. That's the only way to do it. GM. Garlic. What is GM, Rodman? GM. Great Moss? No, what is GM? I don't know. I can't remember. Snape is a good one. Yep, Mark likes. I remember Snape when I first saw that. I was like, oh my god, that's so beautiful on the pictures. Mine just came out white. Golden Mammoth. Thank you, Rob. I couldn't remember. I've seen so many. Oh no, I don't want to freaking pull out. You know what, guys? I gotta grab something in here because I got something cool happening. Just give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try to figure this out. I might lose visual for a second. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. Dead space. Okay, Rodman, this is coming out for you. Okay, there we go. I made some transfers. I wanted to show you, Rodman. Let me fix everything. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is my agar plate kit. Let's see if I can put this over here. And I can put this here. Okay. and maybe pull out the transfers. I want to show you. Okay, let's see how they're coming out. I have no idea how they're going to look yet. I just did these yesterday morning or so. Okay, that one's still attaching. It's coming out on the side. See how the sides are getting white on that transfer in the middle? These are on, I did these on the 14th. So yeah, so these are at night on the 14th. This is a PFA, Philosophy Phoneticus albino I got from Ed Grand on Swab. So it's growing out. This is just a transfer. Let's see. Same thing with this one. It's just growing out on the sides, nice and slow. You know, just 2 days. You can see it's starting to grab on. Okay, here's a Yeti. Got a little bit of Contiam up on the top here. Let's see if I can get a better view here. Let's see. Not Contiam. This is just a piece of skin or something. It's just a little tiny smudge. See that little tiny dot? That's no problem. I can just transfer away from that one after it comes in. My gloves ripped in the middle of a transfer, so I kind of got a little sloppy on a couple places. This one's another Yeti, same thing. No Contam on this one. This one's clean. But yeah, I found a Yeti plate that was completely 6 months old, and it's coming back great, surprisingly. I don't know what I do with your transfers, Robin. Maybe they're in this corner. There they are. Okay, found your transfers. Oh, shit, that was good. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this one here is the... Oh, yep, here's your Indian graveyard. Yep, I got 2 made up. Boom, boom. Oh, this one's looking nice. What is this one? I can't read these things in the dark. Oh, this is the E1, the Element 115 I got from... It's originally from Captain Trips. I got it from Newbie One Mycology. He sent me a bunch of plates. But look at the transfer. The ropes are just jumping off the transfer already. Those things look sweet. This was just done on 14th. But yeah, they're just trying to jump right off from the leading edge there. Because they were back about 1/8 of an inch in from that bottom edge here. And they're already coming out ropey. Cool. Good. Okay, so I'm pretty sure those will all work out just fine for you, Rodman. I know you don't need plates. I know that. But what I'm going to make for you is the liquid inoculum. Should be no problem making that out of those because those ropes are going to be beautiful. So I'm just going to get those loaded up into a syringe for you. And then I'll test them. And if they test out clean, I'll send you copies. Or I'll send you each one. Or send you one of each. Then you'll have something in a few weeks. Nothing immediately, but, you know, it's coming along. You know what, nurse? That's amazing because, like, everything in my tent has just been slow for, like, the winter. And I realized I had my temperature so low. My high temp was like 70, and I was averaging probably around 65. And even all my plates, they hibernated. They didn't stall. They're all still running great, which is weird. So yeah, all of a sudden temperature is a big deal. I think a lot bigger deal than a lot of people. Like I listen to Ed, and he's talking about consistency of temperature. I agree that you do want a consistent temperature, but you don't want a consistent cold temperature. He always says room temperature. He's like sitting in an 80-degree kitchen in Thailand. I'm in the freaking 65-degree basement in New England. So I think it just makes a little bit of a difference. I would say stay between 72 and 78. That would be more like the room temperature you'd want. I think someone made a comment, if a human baby's happy, well, a naked human baby's not going to be happy at 68 degrees. They're going to be happy at like 75 in the winter. In the summer, they might be happier, a little cooler. But I agree, and keep the consistent temperature, because as soon as I brought the temperature from 70 to 76, what am I getting? I'm at 77 right now inside the tent, and 89% relative humidity. So 77, 89, and things have changed in the past week to 2 weeks that insane. What a difference. So definitely keep an eye on your temperatures. A lot of people have been asking me more so about like how to get started with doing your own thing instead of buying. Actually, a couple people, but I'm not gonna throw them out there. You got techs like all-in-one bags. They can work for some people. I think a lot of it's gonna have to do with the strength of your culture. Same with Uncle Ben's tech. I've never had any luck. I've tried it dozens and dozens of times. Every single time it contamines out at some point. And I do grain jars and grain to bulk all the time. And then those Uncle Ben's always contaminate. I usually get maybe 1 out of 10 shoe boxes will get a little tiny green spot occasionally. But usually nothing. My shoe boxes all seem to do really well. It's the container grows and the novelty container grows I do. Those are the ones that seem to have more issues because they're different. Shoe boxes seem to just colonize nicely. They don't have any real issues. I mean, I probably should start using liners because they are shrinking away from the edges on some of them. But I mean, that surface is absolutely, beautiful. I mean, there's no contaminant in this whole thing. I even got some side pins coming in over here. That's probably where all the energy is going, right in the side pins here. I don't know if you can see them. A bunch of pins in there. There we go. There you go, pin. Oh yeah, there's more in this corner down here. So maybe I've always gotten side pins on liners too. I think my conditions are just too nice in the box. I didn't throw you out there, Rodman. I just threw out the ideas out there. You're the one throwing yourself out there. I didn't say a name. But anyways, yeah. So guys, if you're really getting started in this is all you need. Okay, go to Walmart. Everybody or most people should have a Walmart or a big box store or grocery store near their house. This happens to be oats, but just go get some popcorn. Just regular, great value, cheap yellow popcorn. Get yourself a little case of pint jars or, mason jars. You can use quarts, you can use pints, whatever you want. It's going to cost you $20 for the jars, and it's going to cost you $4 for the popcorn. And if you have a pot that you can boil, 10 inches of water in, you're good to go. That's all you need. I mean, if you have a pressure cooker, even better. You take your popcorn, you boil it for a couple hours, an hour. I can get into details how long you boil it to get it hydrated enough, but hydration is more of a feel thing. You do it for an hour, you check it, you cut a grain. If it's still white in this dead center, you do it a little longer. Very simple idea. Actually, I'm going to try something with canned corn because I've noticed canned corn is really hard. I want to see if that would work just for fun, but don't try that unless you're experimenting after learning how to do it the right way. You get some corn, get a case of jars, boil your corn until it's nice and hydrated, let it dry, put it in your jars, fill it 2/3 of the way up, okay? And then you take those jars, you put your lids on, you can flip the inside lids, and then you put foil over them just like this, okay? You don't need anything fancy. You don't need filters. You don't need anything. You just flip the lids so that they're not sealing. And then you keep it like a little bit loose. You put these inside of your boiling water steam bath. You let them steam for 4 hours. Just let them cook. After they're in the jar, you just put them in the steam bath for 4 hours. Just let them go. 212 degrees steam for 4 hours will sterilize 90% of people's grains. You're going to get an occasional thing that pops up, but you're just learning, so it doesn't matter. Go online, go on Amazon, buy a brick of Cocoa Bliss Cocoa Core. Okay, I recommend Cocoa Bliss just because I've had no problems with Cocoa Bliss since I've gotten it. That's going to cost you $9, maybe a little more. It depends how many you buy or what size brick you buy. Buy a 650 gram brick of Cocoa Bliss, you're good to go. Okay, buy a small bag, 2 quarts, 4 quarts of vermiculite. That's another $10. So you're talking under $50 for everything you need to grow mushrooms. Get a culture. Most of us don't have any problems with getting cultures. That's all you need. You're talking $50 to get started. And you'll have tubs in 6 weeks. Yeah, 4 hours for grains. Yeah, in a steam bath, Rodman. That's not a pressure cooker. That's a steam bath. As long as you can go in a steam bath, the better. You're gonna have to probably top off the water occasionally. What I do is I keep a kettle of boiling water when I did it, so that I had boiling water to put in there, so it didn't cool the water down. There's also tyndalization, which is basically bringing it to a boil for an hour, letting it cool, bringing it back to a boil for an hour, letting it cool, bringing it back. You can do that over a couple of days. That's a little more of a pain in the ass, but it actually is a little bit more. So what you're doing is you're getting it up to 212, keeping it there for, for an hour. You're letting it slowly cool over the next 10 hours. So that's going to keep that temperature between 212 and 160 for longer. And then you're going to bring it back up to temperature, which is going to take an hour. As it comes up to temperature, then you steam it for another hour. So you do that like 5-6 times. you can definitely do it with very little investment. Um, Especially if you're in a decently clean area. Always scrub your area that you work in. I wouldn't recommend going into into a muddy basement like I do first thing. I started in my house, before I came down here, um, yeah, if you can take a small bathroom or a water closet or a half bath. Actually, a regular bath works best because then you can steam the air too. But that's a whole nother subject. Basically, what you do is you clean your bathroom, put something down so you can work on it. You spray it with your alcohol or your bleach or whatever. Then you turn the steam shower on. You just let the whole bathroom fill with steam. Okay, you spray it with Lysol, steam the whole bathroom, let everything settle. Turn the steam off, let everything settle. Then you have all the particles are coming out of the air. There's so many videos about it. There's lots of ways to work. You got cone of sterility. You can just take a candle or an alcohol burner and just work right next to it. Then you have all that. Where the flame comes up, the heat rises. So you're going to have this heat rising. So anything coming down is going to get directed to the sides. So it's called the cone of sterility. You can also soak a rag with alcohol and just keep that on top of everything you're doing. Just work under it. I've seen people do that. They've had decent results. Nothing spectacular, but it does work. Yeah. Morning, Bill. Glad you made it. But yeah, there's so many easier ways. There's so many ways to do things, especially if you're doing your own grain. Like me. Okay, here's an example. This is a grain to grain I did in my DC Mex I got from Dave Wombat. I had a jar colonized, but I want to do a bigger grow. I want to do a mini monotub thing. So I did 4 of these grain to grain transfers, and this is since the 9th. Okay, on the 3/9, it does say 3 there. It used to. I put some popcorn in with this grain, and that's 6 days, fully colonized. I did do a shake after 3 days, but I mean, I got probably another 2 days. I could shake it right now, but I don't want to. But yeah, so I got like 4 of those jars, and I also made my friend Kat a bag of it so she could just do it, and that's already colonizing great too. So making your own grains has its advantages. Yeah, it does. Hey, what's going on, Rafi? Hey guys, if anybody's interested, there's a gentleman here called Rafi, Luna Genetics. He's going to be doing a podcast or live show soon on. I don't have his information to link you guys, but basically he's going to be doing it on Korean natural farming and stuff like that. And he's all about the soil, just like you, Happy. I know you love soil too. Rafi, I think you know Happy Dirt, dude. Yeah, he's doing a lot of big things with the KNF and all the other biochar and all kinds of stuff. Let's see. That I don't know anything. That it's so simple. Just keep it simple. You don't need to overthink it. Everything's been done already. Experimenting is great, Myco Nerd. Experimenting is great. Doing novelty grows, novelty containers, they're all great. But oh, it is tomorrow, Rafi? I thought it was today. I thought you said Sunday. Oh, sorry. Whatever. He's right there. He's saying I don't know. I have the wrong date, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. But check out his show, guys. 1:00 Eastern. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the most challenging part was realizing that it's all been done before. I'm not a genius. I'm not going to recreate the wheel. I'm not going to recreate how mushrooms grow. Nature already knows how to do it. Just keep it simple. If you don't keep it simple, it's just going to get so technical so fast. You're going to have so much shit. You're going to get lost. I mean, if you're going for fun and for a hobby and breeding and all that stuff, there's so much more into it. But get your basics down pat. Get your basic shoebox grows down. I mean, if you can, or your bag or whatever tech you're going to use to grow, get it down pat first, and then the rest of it's just fun. Because once you know you have good grain, once you know you have a decent substrate that's sterile or at least pasteurized, if it's that kind of substrate, whatever substrate you're using, once you know you have good substrate and you have good strong spawn, like that one's just starting. But these are, I mean, this is. Whoa, hello, sorry, throwing everybody around here. Oh, like this. This is just beautifully white, myceliated. This is J Ghost. I got this. This is the original plate I got from Ed Grand. He sent me. He told me, subculture it. Put it on something else before you put it to grain. So what I did is, of course, I put it straight to grain because I'm just thick-headed. So I put a culture in here, and I did this on the 22nd of February. And it's been ready for a couple weeks now. I just haven't had a chance to to spawn it to bulk. But yeah, there's yeah, it's not necessarily anything challenging. It's just learning that, some things are simpler if you just do it the way people tell you. But like me, I learned the hard way. So yeah, I have to basically. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. My face was on the screen. Um, is that tomorrow, Mike? I thought it was yesterday or the other day. Proves how friggin' how I'm doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I ended up. That's why I'm early today, Raph. Yeah, I have to work at 2 o'clock, but I gotta get stuff done before then. Nice. Yeah. I found all-in-one bags at work too. Jesse over at Jungle Pack, I got one right there, colonized. It's getting ready to pin soon. I know bags pin a little bit later. Um, but yeah, it's fully colonized. It's beautifully white. No bacteria, no nothing. Came out perfect. Um, but I have noticed a lot of people do have issues with some all-in-one bags, especially the ones that aren't pre-mixed. The ones with 2 layers, it seems like they have a little bit more of an issue because I think there's an acidity level of the substrate on top, the cocoa core on top. So I think it might hinder something. I don't know. I know like the Jungle Pack that I got from Jesse, he does a pH balancing part, so it's not acidic versus base on the substrate versus the grain. Um, so yeah, so I think a lot of it has to do with that, and technique's going to have a lot to do with all that stuff too. But I've made my own all-in-ones as well. I have done it where I've taken grain, I've taken substrate, and I've done it in containers, like those 6-inch square containers you get from like Glad. I had some of those go great for months. I made about half a dozen of them. I got a video up on it. It's called all-in-one container grow or something in my videos. They worked out great. I only had 1 out of 6 contaminate, and it was my own fault because the injection port I put on fell off after the pressure cooker. I used it anyways, just why not? But yeah, I made a bunch of those, and they colonized great. And then I mixed them. The problem is I filled them too much, so they're hard to mix. So I ended up having to mix them out of but they worked fine. Next time, if I ever made another one, I would do it like Jesse does with the pH balance with the pickling lime or lye, whatever he's using. I think he's using pickling lime. But anyways, that's how I would do that if I did that again. But it is possible. Anyone can make anything. But if you're just trying to grow something real quick, you don't need to do all that. There's so much information out there that you don't need to just grow a basic cube. I mean, you could do it in one afternoon. You could get everything ready, maybe 2 days at the most. Take a day to get everything hydrated, take a day to sterilize it, and then colonize and wait. That's it. And worst case scenario, you do a bucket tech for your CVG, which is basically a bucket, a couple gallons of boiling water, and some vermiculite. CVG, you don't need gypsum. You can, but that's up to you. I hadn't used it for years. I used it now just because I got some from Dr. Mike in the package he sent me. He sent me some super gypsum or something. I wanted to try it. I don't know how it's working. I mean, everything seems to be growing just fine, but it grew fine either way. A lot of it has to do with genetics. But yeah. Hydrated hemp. Herd seed. Yeah, hemp seeds will probably work. I don't know. Never tried it. I mean, it's a seed. Yeah, it should work. I've seen people use all kinds of stuff. There's this lady that has a channel. I apologize, I can't remember your channel, but she did a thing with like 8 different grains of just different stuff besides oats and rye and all normal stuff. Can't remember her name. Anyways, but yeah, she did a whole bunch, and all of them even colonized with no problem. Any cereal grain. I guess you just don't want to use like legumes, like peanuts or stuff that are like not peanuts. Maybe it is peanut legumes, like beans. You don't want to use like kidney beans, soybeans, stuff like that. You want to use cereal grain or corn or something like that. Yeah, Robin, I know it happens. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I have a bucket of green jars. I'm just ruthless with them. As soon as I see anything weird, the reason they're all green is because when I see any moisture or water spot or dry or wet rot bacteria, anything I think is wrong, I open them right away and sniff them. And at that point, the jar is no good either way. But I sniff it so that I get what I see versus what I smell to Like I can open this jar and smell it and know it's perfect just because of how it smells. I can open this grain jar brand new and open it. If it just doesn't smell right, it's gone. I'll just open it up, get a good sniff, make sure that if I smell any type of fermenting or bacteria or rot or anything, I just take it right out, whether I've inoculated it, whether it had a problem with pressure cooking. Um, yeah, I'm ruthless with that stuff. I don't let anything. I mean, like this jar. If this jar wasn't 5 days old, I would be worried about it after a month because it just doesn't look dark enough. But I know I grain to grain this one on the 9th, so this is 5 or 6 days old, and it's already completely. It's wispy, but it's completely covered. The reason it's wispy is it just hasn't had time to finish growing. Um, yeah, and it's weird because guys, once you recognize the smell of the bacteria or the mold or anything wrong, this sounds horrible, but people will walk in my work and I can smell whether or not they're clean. Uh, I can walk around, I'll smell something, I'll be like, "Oh, wait, that smells like nice, fresh, clean dirt or nice, clean mycelium." And then other people, you can tell that their laundry. Ed was talking about this. He was saying people let their laundry sit and it just gets bacteria and moist. And as soon as he said that, I started noticing the smell more. And I thought it was something like in my sinuses or something. I thought it was me. You don't smell yourself. And then, I smell fine, but I noticed other people, some of their clothes, especially with the seasons changing, all of a sudden they're taking their clothes out of their closets or out of their hampers. And sometimes I smell mothballs, which gives me an immediate Deem thought, like, who's smoking Deem in here? And then I'm like, no, okay, that's somebody just took their clothes out of storage or whatever. But you can actually smell bacteria from a mile away. Not a mile away, 10 feet away, whatever. As soon as I walk in the basement from outside, I can smell whether or not I have a contaminated jar or contaminated tub. It's amazing. No, I don't have a truffle nose, happy, but I can definitely smell when someone stinks. But it's a different type of stink. Like body odor is fine. I don't mind someone if they have a little bit of body odor. That's normal. That's natural. But when you smell something like bacteria or yeast, um, take your hand after a workout, rub it on your crotch, and take that smell. You can smell that from a mile away. Before you take a shower, you get that smell. You know that smell. Not just armpit body odor, but that deep, yeasty, nasty smell that you get some people. But in the clothing, it's like a bacteria. It's a little bit different. And it's amazing how you can train yourself to smell things. Well, yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I can tell when someone's just taking their clothes out of storage or just left them in the laundry room too long or they're just not clean. I got the right one. But yeah. Yeah, Rafi, I'm hoping to catch that tomorrow because I'm gonna be Rafi. Okay, let's change subjects. Let's go to marijuana growth. Um, I decided not to use the same garden beds I used last year because the rooting didn't get down deep enough. It didn't seem they went under the surface, but they seemed more like flat. I mean, yeah, the plants were 12 feet tall and bushy and great, and I got 5-6 pounds of bud off it. Besides that, what I did is I saw this other video. These people they use like burlap bags, but I found these other bags. They're IKEA plastic storage bags. They hold about 4 cubic feet of soil. So I'm gonna do 2 of those in the yard this year. So I want to amend my soil naturally. I'm thinking I'm just going to use horse manure compost and lake water like last year. I didn't have any issues. Um, but yeah, but Happy sent me a bunch of toasted eggshells. He sent me a bag of eggshells. So I'm going to try getting those. And what I want to do is I want to maybe possibly put some wood chips down on the old garden beds and just throw all my cakes there and then just spray the shit out of it with some Amanita muscaria LC. Or just go over by some pine trees and spread it over there. But I got so much pine tree in my area, I could do that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of a nice, easy way to amend the soil. I got some bananas. I guess I could save the peels. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I'm only doing 2 plants this year, guys. I'm doing 2 feminized plants. I got a buttload of seeds from Slimbotic Systems last year. The people that got me, or that I got no, I didn't buy them. I won the seeds for the Phase FTC plants I grew, the 4 of them. But so yeah, so I'm gonna be getting. I forget the name of the 2 I use, but I got a package of feminized. I don't know if they're autoflower or photo period. I think they're photo period. Even if they're autoflower, I don't care. I'll still grow them. Okay, yeah. I don't know what that big word is there, Rafi, but yeah. Are you talking to me, Happy? Because no, I have never liquefied calcium. Cool. Yeah, last year I used, it was an old garden bed. I put down some gardening cloth, the garden fabric, and then I put down about 4 or 5 inches of horse manure compost from a farm up the street. Then I cut, into the thing so I could fill a hole for, each plant. And those things grew like monsters. And then I just used lake water. I live on a lake. I don't know if you guys saw my video earlier. That lake water is full of nutrients and bacteria and happy stuff for plants. Trust me, everything grows on this lake. I mean, there's so much lily pads and stuff growing around the lake. It's amazing. Excuse me. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. Yeah, it's simple. Just to smell your stuff. Clear your nose, go down and stick a good smell. Oh, okay, hold on. What are we doing? Vinegar. Okay. Okay, so put vinegar in egg. Okay, so I'm basically just acidifying the eggshells. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Okay, now I understand. No problem. That's what I'll do. Just mix them in vinegar and then just throw them in the soil. Yeah, I just want to keep it simple. I don't want to have to start making biochar and doing happy. You're doing a hell of a thing, but I just want to keep it simple. I don't lake water and horse manure. It's a farm literally 5 minutes from my house, and they got like a bunch of horses. They have piles of compost. Oh, it's beautiful. Hey, have a good day, Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna be going in about 10 minutes too, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them up now, guys. I do have to get ready, eat and shower and all that stuff before work. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got on here today, guys. I wanted to show you that MHRV extraction, the first pull. So I got 0.7 on the first pull. I should get another 0.7 out of the next 2 pulls. Plus, I didn't really scrape the dish that well. I got 0.7 off just the basics of the scrape. I got a lot more I can get off there. I got probably another 0.2, 0.3 I can scrape off there. But I'm just going to put the second pull right in there and let it all go together. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, and I can talk to you guys anytime. Hey, what's up, Johnny MycoAlan? Nice to see you. Glad you showed up. I had to start early at 11 today because I got to work in an hour and a half. So I'm going to be ending early. So guys, I know I'm usually at noon, and I'll try to get right back to that schedule next week. But last Saturday when I was sick, or the Saturday I was sick, this girl did cover for me, so I figured I at least could help her out, and she would end up having to work from 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m. if I didn't show up today. So I don't mind. But what's going to happen is next weekend I'm going to get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. So I'm going to have a 4-day weekend next weekend, which is going to be nice. So I should be able to get a lot done next weekend. That should be a good dye weekend to make some dye. If any of you guys are wondering why I keep talking about dye, ask me in a separate chat. I'm trying to stay on YouTube without getting any strikes or anything like that. Yeah. But yeah, anybody has any questions, you can, hey, what's up? Jay, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. How'd that all-in-one bag go for you? We just had a little discussion about all-in-one bag going bacterial on people. It happens to so many people. Yeah, I know exactly what you're going through on that one, Jay and Rodman. They just sometimes go that way. Especially if you're not using really high quality cultures or spores, that can make a big difference. Yeah, but yeah, it's like Uncle Ben's bags for me, Jay. I hate those freaking things. Some people have awesome luck with them. I think Uncle Ben's bags are hell. I mean, I've had at least 4 dozen go bad on me. And even after they go completely white and then I spawn them in the bulk, they go bad right next to tubs that don't go bad. But yeah, Jay, I got some nice little fruits going. I don't know, I'm only getting a few, but I think the rest is still going good. Yeah, but it's good to see you. Glad you stopped by. Pandalorian, good morning. Good to see you. But yeah. But here, I'm gonna put the banner up. If you guys have any questions, you can email me. Doop. There we go. That'll help if anybody has any questions. Yeah, I have one going now, an all-in-one bag that colonized fine. But yeah. Oh, married Myco, Daniel, I saw you. I'm sorry. I meant to say, I thought I said hi. I saw you real quick. I apologize. The comments, when they go by, I can't see them anymore. So I lose everybody. Like the last comment I can see is the Pandalorian. And then once it goes up, I'm not gonna be able to see anything above it. I did see you. Nice to see you again. But yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Then the bag goes. That happens. Oh, the spores are good. Then the bag is bad, or the bag is bad, and the spores are good, or bad. It goes either way. But I've had that issue with lots of stuff where the liquid, the culture, and spores are all fine. They work in shoe boxes. They work in grain jars. Then they won't work in Uncle Ben's bag. And my sterile tech is same on either one. So I think there's something in different regions of the country where you get your Uncle Ben's bags, or where they're manufactured, or how they're shipped, or something is different in different areas of the country or the world or whatever. Um, but yeah, so that's how. So you're shutting down for the summer. Why is that? Too hot, or just don't feel like doing it for the summer? I thought you went year round. Oh, because I thought you had hunting season in the fall for the birds, and fishing all summer. Yeah, I guess that could. Yeah. Oh, hi Emily. Thanks. Hi Daniel. Hey Emily. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Anybody has any questions, feel free to email me. My email's on the bottom of the screen. I'm on IG. Oh, by the way, the 500 subscriber giveaway is coming up soon. We're up to like 440. So we went from like 350 to 440 in like the past month. So that's great. Just keep it going at 500. We're going to be doing a big giveaway. So nice. Check out my IG. I just posted a video of my lake this morning. But yeah, happy. Jay, Derek, everybody. I'm going to end it right here. And you guys have a great day. Much love.